Is that new Cannondale?
No, it's not the new one.
Oh, so I had the built-in radar. Well, how about that? Straight out the van, straight on the back of a little group. I love the Northern Lakes, used to come here quite a lot when I lived and worked in Newcastle. Today I will be doing a gravel ride from Markus Stitz's book. He has done a book about great gravel rides around the UK. And I had a bit of time today on my way south, so I thought, bring a bike and try out one of the routes in the Lake District. See whether it's worthy of a place in Markus's book. This is where I'm going.
The full route is 25 miles with 2,300 feet of ascent. There's a climb on either side of that main road, and I don't have time for the full thing, so I'm just doing the northern section, 20 miles, 1,600 feet of ascent.
So I am cutting it short, but by doing the northern loop, I think I'm going to be getting the best of the ride. It also takes me right past probably one of my favourite mountains, that big thing there, Saddleback, Blencathra. However, morning. Is it morning? It's afternoon, sorry. I've just realised I've joined Sustrans' C2C from Whitehaven to Tynemouth. Here's a little fun fact. I presented Sustrans' very first video, which was about this route, and it was a while ago and was only available on sell-through VHS tapes. This, of course, is the village of Threlkeld. And to say Blencathra looms over the village is putting it mildly. Bloomin' heck, that road looks steep. Just past that ford. Right, you devil, let's go. Actually, hills like this and steeper will be the norm for the Torino-Nice rally, which I've entered in September and I'm trying to train for now. On this bike, I've got a 38 chainring and the 1142 cassette that it came with. I'm going to drop the chainring on my bike shop my local bike shop, down to 34, and then increase the cassette, the biggest ring, up to, well, if I can get a 50 on that would be great, but 46 or 48, because my advice that I've been given about the Torino-Nice is you cannot gear low enough. You're either grinding uphill or freewheeling down. It's rare that you're going to spin out your top gear. I'd quite fancy that on today. Still going up, apart from a couple of very brief downhill sections. This climb has been going on since that village down there. Whoop. It does now look as if the weather might be turning. Quite a way to go too. Lake District now doing what the Lake District is good at. Raining. That wide track has definitely given way to single track now. Heck of a lot of pushing for a gravel route. But of course maybe that's just me. You're not too keen on the weather either, are you? If I wanted to get out of here quickly, there must be a road, because there's a house there, Skidder House. Oh, it's Skidder House Hostel. You know, I've never been there, and all the times I was hill walking. I thought we might come across this. It's one of the remote hostels in the gap between Blencathra and Skidder. And if memory serves, there isn't really a road, just a very rough track. Just looking at Commute, and pretty much all the uphill, apart from a little kick at the end, is over now. So that's good, and I suspect we're going to get onto a minor road. Oh, more people. Turned into quite a place. Afternoon.
Hi. Right.
See, this is the Lake District for you. Thanks a lot, cheers. I said at the start that this ride was based on a ride in Markus Stitz's new book, the guidebook to UK gravel biking rides. And in the course of it, I've realised that the way Markus has chosen to do the book is both a strength and a weakness. The strength is that he hasn't picked the routes himself. He's got local riders who really know those routes to pick the best ones in the area within certain criteria. And then Markus has ridden with them just to check the route so he can describe it. So that's good because you're going to get a better local knowledge. It also means Markus's route descriptions can be a bit more of a narrative, tell you a little bit about the rider and the history of the route, rather than just turn left here, turn right here. The weakness is that there is very little consistency as to what constitutes a gravel ride, easy, medium or hard. In fact, some people would argue the one I'm doing today is much, much more of a mountain bike route. I mean, I'll take my gravel bike anyway. And there are some people who absolutely hate any form of hiker bike. Indeed, they will argue it is not a gravel route if you have to do any pushing at all. So I think that would be something to bear in mind when you're looking at routes in this book. They're very good, but be very careful when you read the route description. Probably a little bit more careful than I was. You know, I'm not sure I was entirely fair to Markus back there saying there was no consistency, because obviously he rode them all and he curated the rides, so there was consistency. I think probably the best way of putting it is that Markus has a very relaxed idea about what constitutes a gravel ride.
What does Markus say about all this? I've done a video and a podcast with him about the new book, and they will go live at the end of July 22.
Well, that was a good ride. If you fancy some great UK gravel rides, there's a link to buy Markus's book in this video description. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Check out the channel and see if there's anything else you like. You may even consider joining. See you again next time. Bye.